Well, hey everybody, how are you? It's Thursday night ramble, the night before Halloween. We are ready here. We got our 20-foot skeleton outside, and that's making me happy. Clay's very happy. They're in Dublin right now with their babysitter, and they're looking for a coat at the charity stores, which is like Goodwill, because they don't think any of the current coats are hip enough or cool enough or goth enough for them. So I wished them luck and said, don't come home without one, because they refuse to put on a coat because it covers up their outfit. And I refuse to let them leave the house in the cold of October in Dublin, where it's often rainy, without a coat. So we're at a stalemate. And they're 12, not even a teenager. Doesn't bode well for me. Really doesn't. We had a wonderful day today. Sam, the 12-year-old boy who was waiting for me in my driveway when I came home from doing the Late Late Show on March 21st, my birthday. He was like a gift to me, a little angel of a child. And I said to him, what are you doing here? And he said, I wanted to meet you. And I said, what can I do for you? And he opened his clenched fist, and there was a tiny piece of white paper. And he said, have you got a pen? He wanted an autograph. So I took him inside as he was soaking wet, and it was really, really cold, and gave him a towel to dry himself off, and signed him an autograph, and gave him one of my sweatshirts to put on, and walked him home. And before he left my house, he said, Rosie, I've got autism too. Like it was like a moment from God, like a God wink. You know, when God winks at you and goes, you're on the right track, sweetheart, keep going, you know. Beautiful boy. And he and his mom and his brother and his sister came over today to hang out with me and Clay, and they fixed my gumball machine, my Lego gumball machine. I'm very into Lego, but I'm not that good. I make errors, and then there's like holes and spaces there shouldn't be, and I put a little picture of it, and Sam's mother wrote me and said, I saw that you have trouble with your gumball machine, and my boys can fix it for you. And they came over in 2 hours with, you know, no bags numbered. They fixed the whole thing, and it works now. And I am so, so grateful to them. They were lovely. And I said, you pick out which Legos you want, you, your brother, and your sister. And I'll send them all to you. And I'm going to do that because I'm just so happy that they helped me. And I love my Lego collection. It's in my little display case, you know, like all the celebs have. Yeah. Hope, please. So it's been kind of a rough day for me. While they were here, I was getting texts from Chelsea's birth mother, who is angry that I told the truth and calls me a liar, that she did not leave against medical advice from the hospital, and that she was not on drugs. I said, okay, I'm going to block you now, and there's no need for us to discuss anything ever again. Click, you know? I don't want to do it. You live in your own reality, honey, and I'll do the same, okay? I know the facts. I know what happened. We took her to doctors. We saw the photos. I heard you on the phone when you talked to the lawyer. So I don't know what to say other than stop bothering me, okay? And another woman from here on TikTok who seems, you know, obsessed in a very scary and negative way, and followed me again with a new account, and I blocked her, and somehow got my number and texted me and blocked her too. Do you hate me? I'm like, who is this, you know? Sometimes it's all too much. When something like this happens, and my child who has suffered since birth, born addicted, I don't care what you say, sweetheart, that's the truth. Born addicted to heroin, and has suffered so much and is now facing prison time. And of course, the public and, magazines like Us Weekly and all them got the story and all the details. And what can I say? This is the truth of where we are. I'd love it if we weren't. So I gave a comment, and then I waited for the barrage of responses that happened today, and they did. And it's like incoming from every side, And it's hard for my kid, and they don't understand why it's happening. And I'm like, you know what, honey? In this life, you had a famous mother, and that's where we are. So I'm sorry for that, but I'm not sorry for that, because I love you and you're my kid, and we're going to get through this, But people have judgment, and people say mean things, and it's just a lot of incoming, And I wrote to my kid in jail, and I said, heard from her, and this is what she said, and, she just wrote, I'm sorry. And I think of her alone there in jail, waiting to go to prison, scared, not seeing her kids, not hearing from her kids, not having any way to contact her kids. And it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. And the people who say, oh, this is proof that you're a bad mom, this is proof that you're an idiot, and you have Trump derangement syndrome, TDS, which stands for Trump does suck. It's not derangement, people. It's reality. Trump does suck. And he's suffering from severe congestive heart failure. And he's had a couple strokes. And you can see it with his face, and you can see it with his bruising, and you can see it with his cankles. And this is where we are, America. This very dangerous man who has the nuclear codes. It's been a rough day, period. It's been a rough day, but seeing Sam and his family made it a lot better. And hopefully Clay's going to come home any minute with a new coat, or an old coat, actually. She likes to be grunge or goth, she told me. I said, okay. They told me. I said, okay, let's do that. I don't care what it looks like. I want you to be warm, right? I also told them, when you were 8, I made you... Okay, sorry about that. That was my kid in jail, Chelsea Bell O'Donnell. And we had a very tough conversation, cried a bunch. She did and I did. And we talked about what happened today and where we are and how we can move forward. And, that's all you can do. And then I said I have to hang up because Clay was walking in and I didn't want them to see me so upset. And Clay came in and showed me all the stuff she got from the charity shops, and very excited. Oh, they got shit. They, them is tough. And I respect everybody who wants they, them, and I'm trying my best. So, there you have it. But anyway, it's been quite a day, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're well. Hope you're feeling safe. Hope you're not scared. Because being scared is the worst. Although there are scary things happening in the United States right now. Resist. Stand tall. Know your truth. Know who you are. Know what our country is and what it is not. That's all I got for you tonight. A tick-tock, you don't stop.